guys, it's GameboyLuke here. Welcome back to the MBL. We are Team Crumpet, and I'm joined by Patters.
Yes, we are. We're fucking Team Crumpet, dudes. I love our name. I love our logo. Our logo is so good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. Honestly, I put a lot of effort
That was all you.
that.
That was all you.
It's all you, sweetheart. All right, so we're here today. We're playing against Team Dreamball. We understand that this is late. We were meant to do this battle about 5 days ago. But I was away, and it's going to be kind of crazy because at the end of this week, we're going to be EGX. So we're going to have to be doing, you're going to get literally 2 MBL battles and 2 team builders in the space of 3 days. This video is going up on Tuesday, I imagine. Yeah, so this video's going on Tuesday, and then probably, well, actually, we have our battle to do in like 2 days from now, break the 4th wall, and then we'll upload that video this Saturday, right?
Yes.
So this week you're getting 2
on your channel.
Right. Yes. So. We've obviously got the team builder on my channel today. We have the battle that's going up probably after this video on Patters' channel. So as soon as you're done watching this video, quickly shoot on over there, and the team builder or the battle should be going up within, I don't know, I can't tell you right now, but within the hour, I'd imagine.
Pretty quick.
Yes, pretty swiftly. We are playing against Wolfie Glick and his teammate, which is
Marcus.
Very nice.
They are the season 1 and season 2 champions. They are obviously fantastic.
Yeah, they pulled off some shenanigans against me and Cal in the last season. I remember them doing some fling shenanigans, and that was terrifying.
Yeah, they have a really solid team. So it's gonna be a little bit scary. So I'll just run through their team really quickly. Their team is Jirachi, Mega Latias, Mega Gyarados, Infernape Gastrodon, Rotom-Mow, Electivire, Drapion, Comfey, and Emilise. So that's their squad. Which is scary squad, especially the Jirachi. We haven't had the best luck so far.
Yeah, Serene Grace is just not gonna be. It's just gonna continue that streak of unluckiness, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not particularly looking forward to Serene Grace. But this week we brought Quick Attack on Diggersby.
Yay! Okay, so real quick, this is the 4 we're bringing on team number 1. This is the 4 we're bringing on team number 2. We're going to run you through team 1 first, and then we'll swing to team 2. And if we need to talk to you about, like, the way we're going to be, like, you know, putting the 2 teams together and the strats that we have, we'll let you know. Actually, I think we should talk about team 2 first, because I think there's more information, or this is more based on what the strategy side, and then the other side is more of the power side, really, when you think about it, right?
Right,
because
yeah, okay.
We have Lock the Gothitelle here, and we are running Trick Room, Taunt, Protect, Shadow Ball, and Cobra Berry, because in test battles, we found that Gothitelle required
we found that Gothitelle gets immediately gobbled up by Mega Gyarados and spat out like yesterday's dinner.
Yes.
So
yes.
We're gonna be packing Cobra Berry to make sure that we can at least take 1 hit and potentially get up the Trick Room before we die, and then maybe bring in Subnoodle or something like that. But yeah, we are actually using Trick Room this week, which is...
Well, we're gonna try to.
Okay, rephrase. We're gonna try to use Trick Room this week.
Yes.
We are packing Shadow Ball. We didn't think that Psychic would be the best move to run on Gothitelle because they have so many immunities.
Because we built this team about 5 or 6 days ago, and I'm not sure why I ran Shadow Ball over a stab move.
I was in the middle of saying why, but...
I was in the middle of saying what?
So like I was just saying, we're running Shadow Ball over Psychic because we found that Psychic isn't very good against... The Psychic typing isn't very good against their team. They have a lot of immunities and resistances to Psychic. And Shadow Ball is kind of like that middle of the ground move where it hits a lot of things neutrally. But we basically just decided to run it over that so we can get some damage as opposed to basically no damage.
Looking at the team now, I remember now, Jirachi and Mega Latias coverage. Psychic only really, like, you know, didn't cover the top tiers at all. Psychic was only really good for super effective damage on Infernape, and the Pokemon that I hit, like, for stab, you know, neutral damage on, like Mow, Electivire, Comfey, which it wouldn't do much against anyways, Illumise, and I think we'd rather have the super effective damage on Jirachi and Mega Latias, which are going to be the Pokemon that are going to be striking us down almost. So that's what that's mainly why we bought Shadow Ball. I remember now. That's why.
Yeah, and like I said, we have Trick Room. Hopefully we'll be able to get that Trick Room off. We do have the Cobra Berry to, you know, add a little bit of survivability to that. Obviously, we're running Protect, and last move is Taunt, because we found that Taunt would just be a pretty decent move against us. There's a lot of things.
Like, it's so good.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that this team that we're playing against can do, like Jirachi, Mega Latias, Mega Gyarados, Infernape, Gastrodon. Apart from just straight offensive moves, there's a lot of other things that they can do. So using Taunt to be able to stop that is pretty beneficial to us.
Yes.
So there's that, and then we got Manectric there.
Well, what we should note as well is that we have the first 2 weeks, we're learning as we go, and we are learning obviously now that everybody is going to prep super hard against us because we have so many intimidators, right? So we're gonna have to start throwing curveballs. We're gonna have to start bringing less intimidators, predicting them to bring Pokemon that counter us, and then running and predicting them to run special against us, right? So that's why we have Snarl on Big Boy over here. Because if we do get Intimidates off with Mega Manectric, and we also have, you know, Big Lad the Marwile over here, bearing in mind these are all fairly slow Pokemon which benefit in Trick Room as well. But we have Snarl to counter the special. Because if we get double Intimidates off, and then we Snarl, then it's just like they're completely nullified, and they have to switch out, or they have to bank on crits in order to do some like real damage to us.
Exactly. So yeah, we have Snarl, we have Hidden Power Grass, essentially mostly for the Gastrodon, because Gastrodon, you might not think so, but Gastrodon is a big threat. It sits there and it just takes hits and it never dies. So we have to have some big moves that can hit it really hard. Thunderbolt is pretty much, you know, run-of-the-mill, and Protect is, again, run-of-the-mill. And this, I think this speed creeps Latias. I'm pretty sure that speed creeps Latias.
Mega
Latias. Well, I mean, it doesn't get a speed change anyway, so yeah. Speed creeps Latias, and we get to run Modest too, which is
obviously
nice.
We're running Mega Manectric. It's probably one of the only fast Pokemon in this team, obviously, because we're trying to, you know, we're banking on Trick Room, and hence why it's on the same side as the Gothitelle. If any Trick Room shenanigans or plans fall through, we can go into Mega Manectric for some speed later on. But yes, that's basically generic.
For example, if Gothitelle dies getting Trick Room up, we pretty much have to go into Subnoodle.
Subnoodle benefits from Trick Room. Yeah, exactly. So it's like one of these mons don't benefit from it, but Subnoodle does. Speaking of
Subnoodle, we have our boy here today, of course, with Parting Shot, Crunch, Hammer on Protect, running the Darkinium Z with max attack and max HP. So this is pretty interesting. I do like this. We weren't originally going to run this. We were originally going to run, I think, Superior.
Superior was the choice, yeah. Was one of the choices.
Yeah. And kind of like last minute, we decided to swap with Subnoodle because Subnoodle matches up against a lot of the team really well. Like Jirachi, Mega Latias, and Gyarados instantly matches up super duper duper well. And it can take hits from a lot of the other Pokemon too. And the Darkinium Z.
Which has two uses, by the way. Because in test battles, we use this in two different ways. Because Darkinium Z Parting Shot obviously reduces the foe's attack and special attack by one stage, and it switches you into the next Pokemon. And if you Z it, then the Pokemon that comes in gets fully healed, which we used a few times to heal Gothitelle back up to full health. If we want to get Trick Room back up. But you also have just a generic wombo in Z Crunch if you want to do mad damage to Jirachi, or if you want to do mad damage to the Latias, depending on what's like needed in the scenario, because we might find that Subnoodle doesn't get to touch the ground until there's no one left in the team, so it'd be nice as Darkinium Z if there's no reason a Z Parting Shot. So
yeah, so that's really nice too. Yeah. So that is Team 1.
Well, we have Rook here as well, but I'm assuming since we've kind of built 3, and this is just the bait Pokemon, this is the 4th Pokemon we're gonna bring to keep them thinking about which 3 we're gonna bring. Pretty generic set here, you know.
The bait Pokemon this week were Gyarados and Vivillon, and I specifically went with our Flyers because our team is, I'm gonna say it right now, pretty weak to ground, which we have to keep an eye out for. So that's why I have 2 flying type Pokemon in the back, just to keep them thinking about that. Maybe, you know, stop them from deciding to go for like
using Earth Power, Earthquake.
Yeah, or like even if they have like a Z ground move or something like that, like maybe they'll be like, oh no, we can't do that because, you know, Gyarados might switch in and intimidate us, and our Z move would be useless.
We don't want to give away how many Pokemon we have on one side instantly.
Yeah. But this is Team 2, which, you know, we're bringing Quick Attack on Diggersby this week because we could have really reused it last week.
We really needed that, yeah.
And we didn't bring it, unfortunately, but it's a pretty standard set. We have
strong advocate for priority moves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're very useful, and just in general, they're really useful. We have the Life Orb here, which is super duper nice for extra damage We have Return, Stomping Tantrum, Protect, and Quick Attack. And Diggersby is at this really strange speed tiering where it can benefit being in Trick Room, but also not being in Trick Room, depending on what's on the field. So like it has that speed to, like, if we're in Trick Room, then we can outspeed pretty much everything on this team. But if we're outside of Trick Room, we still can outspeed like Gastrodon at the very least.
Yeah, so Trick Room's kind of scary because like it does benefit Gastrodon. If we have the wrong Pokemon out when Gastrodon comes in and we have Trick Room up, that could shoot. We could be shooting ourselves in the foot here. So we have to keep an eye out for Gastrodon, but.
Yeah, but we have a lot of bulk on our Pokemon because, you know, we assume that we at least want to be able to take hits, and if we get the Trick Room up, we don't we don't want speed investment on our Pokemon there.
Exactly. Stomping Tantrum is yeah. So what we learned from last week as well, or the first week, is that the Stomping Tantrum that came from Gigalith, they used Stomping Tantrum when the fill was empty. And it said, but it failed, which doubled the Stomping Tantrum, so the crit didn't matter on the Stomping Tantrum they hit us with. So if we get the opportunity to go in for Stomping Tantrum, and it failing is not a bad thing. Like if we think that like, oh, normally in a situation, if you had 2 Pokemon out against 1 Pokemon and you knocked it out, you'd be like, oh well, I don't want to go for an attacking move. I may as well take this opportunity to do something else, like switch or heal up or, you know, increase my own stats. With Stomping Tantrum, if it fails, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because when the next Pokemon comes in, you're doing 150 base power of ground type move to the target. Yeah. So
yeah, that's something they have to look out for. So that's pretty nice too.
Kind of taking a page from Joey and Envy's book right there. Next
oh no, that was Ray Drive. That was Dan. And
oh, sorry.
Ray.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sorry for taking this from Ray Drive. Yeah, swinging.
So here is our Chandelure. We're actually running a minus speed nature to benefit more from the Trick Room, to make sure that we underspeed everything, so outspeed everything in the Trick Room. We have max bulk because Chandelure isn't the bulkiest thing in the world. We're going to need that extra health there to just stay alive generally for a couple of turns.
Last minute change.
Right. Okay.
Gastrodon's speed, what does it hit? 114 at neutral?
We're not getting that low.
Is there no way we can underspeed that? Because I'm scared that
I guarantee you there's no way we're gonna underspeed that.
Yeah.
No.
All right, just so I know. All right, continue.
No, there's no way. But we have Heat Wave, Shadow Ball, Protect, Energy Ball, Roaring the Ghost EMZ. We kind of debate about this for a while because we're like, we can run the Grass EMZ, we can run Bloom Doom with Energy Ball for Gyarados and Gastrodon, but really, it would only be useful for Gyarados, and that's pretty much it. And the Ghost EMZ
it's very situational.
So much more.
Yeah, it's very situational. And Shadow Ball 1 bomb, like, it's just a massive bomb kill against Jirachi and Mega Latias. Infernape takes damage. If they switch in Gastrodon, it takes damage. Or literally everything apart from Drapion and Gyarados, like, can eat the hit. It's going to do so much to everything else. So it's...
Yeah.
You may as well.
Yeah, and we were thinking, like, it's also very situational. For Grass and EMZ against Gyarados to work, we have to be under Trick Room as well. Otherwise, we'll just get crunched and gobbled up, you know? So that's a lot harder to pull off than just a straight up, you know, click your fingers and nuke something kind of deal.
Yeah.
We have Infiltrator on there because I guess a lot of his Pokemon can run sub. We could change that up if we wanted to.
It goes through screens too. Flame Body,
it goes through screens.
I can't see ourselves living a physical hit. And what Pokemon is going to hit us physically? Or contact,
Gyarados.
sorry. Contact.
Jirachi.
Maybe Jirachi. Maybe Gyarados. Waterfall contact move? I don't remember if Waterfall's a contact move.
Yeah, it is. Drapion would.
They're the only 2 Pokemon.
Electivire.
Electivire 2. Yeah, I guess. I guess Infiltrator, because I'm scared of them running a substitute, and like if the off chance they do run sub, because I know Latias and Jirachi can like are pretty good prime sub mons. I feel like having the slip on them with Shadow Ball in them, or maybe they won't run substitute at all because we have an Infiltrator monster. Maybe running Flame Body would be smarter, but it's going to be a last second change. It's going to be one of these 2 abilities. We're not too sure about that.
Yeah, I mean, going through screens is really valuable pretty much no matter what anyway. But that's a pretty simple set right there. We have Heat Wave so we can hit both mons at the same time. Though they do have a lot of fire resistances on their team, so might not do a whole lot of damage. I could potentially get some burns there, which could be nice.
Yep. What is it? Is it 20? That's 10%, okay. There's 2 10% chances.
Yeah.
All right. Finally, on this side, we have Big Lad.
We do have Big Lad. This is a little bit of an interesting set. We have Sucker Punch and Knockoff in the same set, along with Protect and Play Rough. We were like, I think we have that for the most part because of the fact that there's Jirachi and Latias there. And we were like, in events where things like Sucker Punch wouldn't work, we can go for knockoff to pretty much guarantee damage.
Oh yeah, knockoff just kills Jirachi. If it doesn't have cold burn, it just absolutely just kills Jirachi. And like Sucker Punch.
Maul does that a lot. Maul just kills things.
Sucker Punch does knockoff is 65, so like it'd be much more safer.
Knockoff is doubled when it's
I know, but so it's 65 regular damage. So if we knock off like Mega Latias, for example, under Trick Room, we probably want to go for knockoff instead of Sucker Punch because.
No, you'd want to go for player off, my dude.
I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Who was I thinking of? No, there's literally no one here. The only reason we want to knock off is Jirachi and everything else that's potentially holding an item. I didn't even see player off for a second there.
Yeah, I mean, knockoff in general is good for just getting rid of items. Like, getting rid of items is super important in competitive.
Yes.
And of course, we have the Intimidate. And, you know, max attack, obviously. Protect, obviously, to make sure we don't die immediately. Let's see. If I was going to think, like, I kind of want to look at our own teams and be like, what do we need to watch out for? So, we don't have much recovery in terms of HP on our team, which could be an issue.
Yeah, that's why Z Parting Shot can be useful. But that's only obviously for this side.
Yeah.
But yeah, HP recovery is definitely something we don't have a lot of. I have at all actually, because no one's got hang on, Life Orb, Ghost Team Z, Marwalite, Cobbleberry, Manectite, Darkinium Z. Like, we don't have any leftovers or anything like that. And the only recovery we have is the Z Parting Shot, which can only heal one side of the field. So we have to be, I think we have to be very conservative about our HP. And I don't want to be the sort of person that plays like safe plays all the time, but that's something we're gonna have to be aware of. We're gonna have to be very careful with our plays. While we want to take risks, we are gonna have to be very, very careful with those risks. Like, you can't really be careful with the risk, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's why I think
about how plays. Using the entire timer to think about our plays. Not rushing into things.
Absolutely. Like, I think getting Trick Room up is important because the more we can outspeed things, the more we can kill them before they hurt us. Meaning we can conserve more of our health there. It would have been really nice if we were able to fit Heal Pulse onto Gothitelle.
Yeah, that was an option.
I just don't think there's the room there. But hopefully that won't come back to bite us there. We do have damage control is also important, so that's why we have like Snarl on Mega Manetric. We have Parting Shot. We have Dual Intimidators, which is also nice. So the damage control will be important in this matchup too. But yeah, that's the squad. That's the squad.
All right, wish us luck, guys. We're gonna need all the help we can get against this team, and be honest with you. But we're gonna do our damn best. Again, the battle will be up on Powder's channel very, very shortly after this video, so please do go over there and be ready for it. Want to see that support in the comment section as well, so make sure you hit that like button down below. But there, we'll see you on Powder's channel for the battle.
Bye.